We're going to be diving into the energy so as to pick up the messages as it relates to the messages from your higher self. Yeah, I do hope all is well with you and yours. My beautiful divine Pisceans, thank you so much for being here. Your time spent is greatly appreciated. Yes, definitely not taken for granted. So let's get your card here. What's the message for my Pisces from higher self energies, please? Thank you. Let's see what's your card here. And your card says, great teacher. Great teacher. Great teacher. Learn. Oh, this is it. Let me put my glasses on because listen. Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. It says learn from spiritual experiences. Great teacher. Yeah, you see that dove there? That's a dove, right? So you're called to learn from your spiritual experiences. And you learning from your spiritual experiences, Pisces, is going to afford for you to teach others, to lead others. And this is what your higher self is stepping in to let you know at this time. That do not demonize the spiritual experience, because spiritual experiences are not necessarily always something beautiful and comfortable and fuzzy and sweet and nice. It could be very challenges. There might have been a lot of obstacles. There might have been a lot of hurdles you had us to jump over. You know, you had us to go through some sort of a dark night of the soul here, Pisces, where you were really needed to have cleaned up some energies out of, might be your energy, or and also and or energies that might be, you know, projected onto you. So you're asked to utilize all of this experience, wrap them up, take them up from every aspect of your life, the lessons that you have learned spiritually, and you're now going to, your higher self is saying that this is now you being equipped with the knowledge so as to impart it unto others, to others. Yeah, this is a beautiful energy coming out here. I like this here. And he's letting go the dove, and the dove represents spirit. And this really, this like, yeah, there are stories in the Bible. It's not everything in the Bible I really gravitate to, right? But nonetheless, I digress. To each his own. But nonetheless, I remember the story about Noah and the ark, and when the flood came and he sent out the dove to see if the water subsided, and he sent it about 2 or 3 times, and it came back eventually with a fig, with a plant. And this gave him the indication that yes, now they can open the ark and let out everything and come out. Now he's letting go the bird. The birds to me represent spirit. It's as if the spiritual experiences that you have garnered now, you're not called to hold those within you. You're called to let them go. You see, this is a very spiritual energy I'm getting here, you know. You're asked not to hold on to these spiritual experience. It says here, learn from spiritual experience. The card says great teacher. It's not for you to have go through all of these hurdles, all of these trials and tribulation, all of these things that you experience in life spiritually, and to just embrace them and hold them and nurture them and hide them and put them in a closet and put them under the sheet or under the bed. No, it is calling for you to let them go, to express them, to teach them, to show others people. Yeah, this is what you're called to do at this time. In whatever form you're called to do it, in whatever way you're called to do it. Whether you stutter like myself, whether you cannot call certain words like myself, go ahead and do what is it that you're called to do. Because when they say in the Bible, God called Moses, Moses was reluctant to go and do what God said to do, you know, because why? He had a stutter. He was stuttering. And what he did, went to Aaron, correct me, because I don't really remember these things. It's years, donkey years I've been to, you know. He went to Aaron, his cousin, correct me if I'm wrong, if it's not, his cousin, and said, Aaron, listen to me now. God called me and tell me, say, call me on the phone yesterday and tell me, say, me must go to New York City and warn the people them that there is going to be a flood. Yeah? That there is going to be a flood in New York and they must evacuate because this flood is going to be so big that it's going to break down all kind of things. Yeah. Let me just digress there. So, and you know, Aaron, you know that I have the stutter, and I don't I don't think that I can go and deliver the message. So what I'm asking you, my dear beloved cousin, is for you to go and deliver the message for me because you see what I'm talking about here. I cannot. I'm not equipped. I have a stutter. But that wasn't to be. Because God said, me call you with your stutter. You think so now because Pisces you might feel I say you have a shortcoming, like myself here. But that cannot call certain words that have a stutter as well. Yeah, some that look, that have a stutter as well. You believe that the Most High Divine did not know that? Hmm? You believe that the Divine Most High did not know that you did not have any um MD behind your name, PhD, QX, LMNOP behind your name, and you believe that the Most High never know that? Yeah? You thought the Most High the oblivious to your what you call it, your job description, not knowing that you don't have these qualifications. It's not the Most High call who the Most High want to call. In the same Bible, why am I talking about the Bible today so much? In the same Bible, it says, if you're not going to praise me, me will cause the stone them to rise up and praise me. You see what I'm saying? So let me digress with all of these Bible stories and stuff. You are a great teacher. This is what your higher self is saying to you at this time here, Pisces. Do not take, first of all, do not demonize all is it that you're going through and feel shame about it. Don't feel ashamed about it. Because your spiritual experiences is going to help others to move through their spiritual experiences that they are going to go through. Pisces, what you need to in and understand, is that you are the energy of the last zodiac sign here, So you go through all from Aries, come back down, So you experience everything, Pisces. It's for you now to impart that knowledge, wisdom, and in and understanding in whatever shape and form. Whether you stutter or you can't call some words, you're going to do it. Because this is what the Most High, your higher self, is calling you to do at this time. To let it go. Let the dove go. Let the knowledge go. Let the wisdom go. Don't keep it. What is it that you're going to do when the Most High give you something here, Divine Pisces, and you hold it to yourself? It's as if when the Most High call, you transition now, you're gone to the next dimension, and the Most High call you up and say, come here now, Pisces, come here. So, I gave you the gift. Yeah, I gave you the gift of, what kind of gift now, Pisces? I gave you the gift of seeing. Let's say seeing. I gave you the gift of seeing. And I show you a lot of things. Yeah, I show you a lot of things. And I tell you a lot of things. And I give the gift of dreams. They use dreams too. Dreams, seeing, all of these things. And I give you all of these now. Pisces now. Just looking through here to see, yeah, your dreams, seeing, clairvoyant, yeah, all of these things. Yeah. I'm kind of looking at the results here, and what you do with all of this. You're going to say, most I, because of stutter. No. 10 minutes. Listen, let's get the cards here. Let's get the cards here, Pisces, and dive into this energy. I could go on without pulling a card here for you. Yeah? Yeah? I could go on here without pulling one card for you here, apart from this card here. You are the great teacher. The whole thing is that the higher self is saying to you at this time here that you, Pisces, you go through so much in your life that you think that all of that was for naught. Huh? So much in your life that you, and I have the high priestess here, which is your energy, you thought all of that was for naught. Your high priestess coming in the reverse. Let's get the cards here. Spirit. Yeah. So you have the high priestess. Okay, this fell. Death in reverse. The high priestess to justice to death here. You've gone through some dark in spirituals. You've gone through some, because the high priestess in reverse speaks about spiritual, if it's in the reverse, it speaks about negative dark energies as it relates to spirituality. Yeah. And you have gone through some of these too. You've gone through some people, you know, sending some negative things to you spiritually, you know, trying to do all kind of negative things. Yeah. You have death here in the reverse. Don't want it to start a lot of things here. So let's get the cards here, because I chat out the whole of the ooh, I got the gift of gab. Oh my goodness. Last card, Spirit. Thank you. I love the energy. Nonetheless, I love the energy here. You are the great teacher here. For the great, all right. So you have the high priestess here in the reverse, to justice here, to death. No, I'm feeling like you're going through some dark night of the soul here, spiritually. You're now in the full moon of Pisces here. Utilize this time to release whatever it is that you're called to release at this time. You're called to let go. You're called to shed. You're called to do away with, so as to bring balance. Death is in the reverse. There might have been some delay as to you really moving forward here. Things starting anew, an ending here wants to keep on, to hold on to you. You're asked to do whatever it is that you're called to do at this time, because you see, you're moving into an era of time. You're moving across the timeline, a timeline that is going to need your expertise as it relates to your teaching, as it relates to the experiences that you have gone through. And teaching don't necessarily mean that you're in a classroom with a board, or you know, teaching can mean that you start a YouTube channel and you start to, you know, tell others about your experiences and what you have gone through and how is it you overcame these things here. That is teaching to hear. Yeah. Let's get the high priestess here. The what is this again? The 9 of swords in reverse. Yeah, you're going through some dark night of the soul. You're coming out of that now, because this dark night of the soul, for some of you, had you in an energy up night, crying, wondering why you. Spirit, your high self is saying, why not you? Yeah, the Most High is saying, why not you? This is we are calling you, just like how we call look, you can't make this up. The high priestess in reverse at the bottom of the deck. It was a very dark, negative energy, and you perceive these experiences. Go and listen to your last reading, because I think we delve somewhat in this sort of a same energy here. You saw it as very negative, where spirit, your higher self is saying, no, Pisces, it was not for your it wasn't for negative, it was for positive. It's for you to come into the knowing as to how is it that you're going to move forward, and what a higher self is saying that might be what is it that you're doing right now, Pisces. It's not necessarily what is it that you were ordained to do, and so we had was to put you through the ringer, so as to fortify you, so as for you to come out with some knowledge, wisdom, and in an understanding, so that you can assist others, because the time is going to come where people are going to need that here. We have justice here. I have to move a little faster, because we have the Queen of Cups here on the fence. I'm ready to take it in the upright here. Your energies, you're balancing out your emotions. This is a part of the criteria of you moving into this energy, that you know that you're ready. So when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When when you understand that your experiences as it relates to spirituality is not to hurt you nor to harm you, but is your lesson, is your curriculum, it's your semesters, your all of this thing is for you to fortify you, then you ready to teach. You understand me? When you stop look at all this it that you've gone through and see it as bad, and all of this is against you, it's not against you, it is for you. You're coming outside of the other side of the fence, and it's not for you, it's to help others. It's not for you, you know. It is to help others. More majority of this experience is to help others. Yes, you're coming out more stronger, wiser, have more wisdom and in and understanding. But at the end of it all is to assist others here. Death in the reverse. So your justice is being clarified by Queen of Cups. You're balancing out your emotions. You know, seeing that all is it that you have gone through is for your highest and greatest good here. And to help others here. That is being clarified by justice in reverse. Yeah, so this that speaks about when I look upon death here, that is like an ending to a new beginning here. There is no ending here. There is no ending here, and there is no balance here. So something still, your higher self is saying there is something that wants to. Why is this here? Please, spirit, higher self energy. The Knight of Wands here. Yes, whatever it is want to hold you back into an energy that is not balanced and that doesn't want for you to move forward. Remove yourself from it with the Knight of Swords being here. That's the energy I'm getting from your higher self here. You have the Four of Swords in reverse. You might have been in an energy where you feel like all is it that you asked for or prayed about wasn't coming to fruition here, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. Like things were delayed here. Yeah? The Page of Swords. You didn't see things clearly here with the Page of Swords. You know, things weren't clear to you. Things was a bit cloudy. You try to investigate what is going on and you don't know what is going on here with this Page of Swords here. But whatever also that was against you, energetically or spiritually, is being stopped here. Some of you might have had to leave some family dynamics here with the Ten of Cups here in reverse. Yeah, the Ten of Cups is being clarified by the Nine of Swords in reverse. Yeah, Ten of Swords in reverse. Sorry. I'm looking at the image here. I'm looking at the image here. And the 10 swords starts right at the back of the head, the upper part of the head, and end right at the butt here. It came in the reverse to clarify the 10 of Cups, where I'm feeling like some of you had was to leave a family dynamics here or leave family members behind. It's like, yeah, when the spiritual teaching calling that you have, you're going to leave some people behind here. What spirit is really bringing out to me also with this Ten of Swords here, why I hesitate, why I pause for such a long time here, it's also it's like there was something that wanted to pin you down. And it could be persons from your family, persons that you know that want to pin you down. So as for you not to move forward. We have the Death card here with the Justice card in reverse, where you're asked to move. It's like someone or a situation wants to keep you in a cycle here, where you're asked to move forward. It could be speaking about some family members here. Yeah, I'm just getting the energy of the chakras being attacked as well with this Ten of Swords in reverse. You have the Devil here in reverse. Yeah, you're removing yourself out of this dynamics. You're moving in whatever situation that is not affording for you to move out of, to move into your energy of teaching. You're taking that chance and you're releasing yourself here. The devil in reverse is being clarified by the fool here. You're taking that leap of faith and you're moving forward here. Because you see, you have gone through the processes. You have gone through the curriculum. You've gone through the different grades and stages. And now it's no time for you to teach. You are ready. Just like how the students need to be ready. You had was to be ready here. So some of you were ripped up from family, or family ripped themselves from you. You get stabbed in your back, figuratively. Deception, hate, call you crazy. They do all of this to Yeshua. They did all of that to Yeshua. You know that, right? The King of Wands. Yeah, you're not confused about this. Your spiritual team saying don't be confused about it. The King of Wands is not like the King of Pentacles. He's not the biggest king in the deck. But nonetheless, is a king in his or her right here. This is your energy. Don't be confused about it. Not because you're not wearing the finest of linen and the finest of all these things. Yeah, it's not for others to perceive you in the energy that they want to perceive you, for you to feel as if that you're worthy. No, Pisces. You move to the beat of your higher self here. Your North Star, you move to that beat. You move to your calling. Your calling is for you to be teacher. Every one of you Pisces that is listening to this is a teacher because you've gone through something. The Seven of Swords here, you're asked to move strategically in this time and space here. The Seven of Swords is being clarified by the Seven of Swords. You're called to move strategically in this time and space here. Yeah, don't worry about your sustenance and all things. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you don't worry, because we're human. We're spiritual being, having a human experience here. So we're going to have concern, because if you can't sustain self, you're going to have concern. But me I tell you, you see, once you drop into this teacher role here and start do what it is that you need to do as a teacher here, you're going to be taken care of. All is it that is rightfully yours. It might delay a little bit, but you're going to be taken care of. Things are going to be balanced. The Seven of Swords is being clarified by the Seven of Swords to let you know that, listen, move strategically, because there are some vampires, wolf in sheep clothing. The man that the energy that they call Yeshua had was to go through that. Society is not of such way in which they want anybody to come tell you know what, go through you. The positivity is not being embraced here in this time and space and dimension that we're in right now. Yeah. So you're asked to move strategically. Your higher self is going to coming in to reiterate that when your higher self is saying, you know, Pisces, when I say to move strategically, I mean to move strategic at this time. Is that everything you have to tell everyone? Where you're going, what you're doing, you know, who you're with? Shh. Keep your private life private. When it's called for you to be of service, you'll be of service. You keep your private. That's why it's called private. You understand? Things are balancing out, definitely here. Because you're coming into the higher self is saying you're coming into the alignment with what is it that you come to do here. Don't text me and tell me, say you're not teacher. Have you gone through something in life? Your higher self is saying that you're ready to teach or to impart this, what is it that you have gone through onto others here. Somebody go and come to you and say, you know, Janet, you know, say, me not have no money to pay the light bill. And me they are fret and worry last night, all night. I couldn't sleep. I up last night. And you can say, listen to me now, Janet, I've been there and I done that. And listen to what you need to do here. Because when I was in this position, you know, All I need to do was to use that energy, and I take up that energy and I transmute that energy. Let me show you how you transmute the energy. And you teach, you show Janet how to do and what to do. And then you say to Janet, say, no, what is it that you have working? You can bake some cookies, you can bake some muffins. What is it? Make us see what we can do here. Because first and foremost, if you stay in that negative energy of feeling down, and you're not going to feel vibrant to go and to do anything and to move to anything. So we have to switch up and transmute that energy first and foremost. And you teach Janet and you tell Janet what to do because you already gone through it. You're coming into balance. You're ready to teach. This is what your higher self is saying, because you're seeing things from a higher perspective here with the hangman. You cannot make this thing up here, Pisces. You cannot make. I love it. I totally love this reading for you here, my divine. It kind of speaks volumes. And it's speaking to me as well here. So move forward. You are ready to teach. You are ready to teach. Do not look at your shortcomings and say and feel as if you can't equip and you're not articulate enough and have the MD and the HD and the PhD and the XYZ behind your name. Whatever, you are called for a moment and time as this. This is your reading, my divine Pisces. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and please do enjoy the rest of your week.